Hello, beautiful Earth Angels. Welcome to Earth Angels Unite, transmission number 31, Oracle Cards Empower Your Intuition. I'm so delighted to be here with you today. As an Earth Angel, you are a highly sensitive and highly intuitive soul. You are learning how to trust yourself, your intuition, um, and to listen to and trust your intuition to the next level. Oracle cards are a divination tool that supercharges your intuition and offers many levels of healing, support, and guidance. Oracle cards, like the angels, are bridges that to the divinity within you and around you. And as my intention with these beautiful offerings is to gather us earth angels together, to really wake up, to shine your light, to spread your wings by healing the issues and the tissues, by healing the wounds, by healing the pain in these. And of course, when we gather together, we're more powerful, right? Where two or more are gathered, there I am, right? And so we welcome the I am presence. Whether you're here live, whether you're connecting with the replay, we're all here together. And in these transmissions, I'll be sharing teachings from my debut book, Receiving from Your Angels, 4 Practices to Heal Your Pain with Angel Love. Hello, welcome. Say hi if you're here. And, I'll be sharing, an angel meditation and activation, a teaching from my book to help you to trust your intuition, to relax and cherish your body, to receive your next level of angelic pain relief. And for those of you who are new to my work, my name is Jill Kempner, angel coach and author. As an angel coach, what I help you do is to heal pain in your body with the love of the angels through relaxation. And the oracle cards are a wonderful tool to support. I use the oracle cards in my practice to help you to build the muscle of trust between you and your angels. And of course, I want to welcome everyone who is going to be here live today, all of you who are connecting with the replay. Thank you so much for being here and for sharing. And I welcome a circle of empowerment and angelic protection to surround each of you individually in our whole transmission, in a circle of miracles and love and compassion and grace and joy. So happy trusting Tuesday. Happy June. We have crossed into the June energy. It is June, it is 6/6. So we also have angel numbers. And remember, 6 is the number of the heart, the number of love and family and harmony. And I hope you had a beautiful full moon. There was definitely a lot coming up, multiple levels of healing. And yeah, I was grateful. I'm always so grateful for my oracle card practice. But during the full moon, I just, it's like a whole nother level of intuitive guidance. Hi, Marie. Namaste. Good morning. And so, oracle cards are a tool that connect you with your divinity, with the divinity within you and around you. But they're not meant to replace your intuition, but rather to support it. Remember, oracle cards are actually an indirect way of receiving messages from your angels. However, what's really cool, and I talk about this a lot and I keep sharing about this, is that oracle cards, although it's an indirect way of getting messages from your angel, it opens up your direct channels. So that's what's really cool about them. And, what I wanted to talk about today a little bit is about the fears that we have around working with oracle cards. And it's so interesting because as I've been tuning into this, like more and more fears have been coming up, and I have a short story I'm going to share with you. And so there's a fear of being judged, right, for using them because of all of the kind of past connotations and negative impressions that people have about divination and oracle cards and even tarot cards, which there is a distinction between tarot and oracle. There's this fear of being seen, this fear of being vulnerable. Because when we tune in and we work with the cards, we need to be seen, right? We need to be seen by our angels. We need to open up that wound or that issue or that pain. Remember last week we talked about the quantum questions, and how to ask the oracle cards, these high vibrational, right, as if it's already done. But that means you have to be so honest with yourself about that pain, about that wound, and then go to the next level and ask, where am I going from here? So it's a stretch both ways, right? It's a stretch to be vulnerable. It's a stretch to go into like, where do I really want to go from here? Right? What do I want? Right? Because that's how we want to approach the oracle cards, with as if it's already done. And that's another level of vulnerability, because sometimes we don't know where we want to go from here. We might just know, I don't want to be here. There's a lot of past life stuff connected with it, with oracle cards, right? Readers, or visionaries or clairvoyants or healers or medicine women. There's so many names, right? Titles. We're often exiled or shamed or judged or even killed for their gifts. And so there can be this major contraction around using this tool. And then we need to name it, right? To tame it. And name it, to understand, if you have any fears or resistance to working with your angels through the oracle cards. And, there's, sort of this misconception that, I'm just seeing how to say this. So what I have here is rely solely on the cards and don't trust your own soul or direct guidance. So, we can become addicted to anything, right? And use it to buffer and use it to numb and use it to escape. And we have to be mindful of that as well, even with positive things. Even meditation, some people can use as an escape. Of course, it's not, it's an arrival. So we can become almost dependent on the answers we're going to get from the cards, and even addicted to what, the messages that we're getting. And so we have to be mindful of that as well. That we use, beautiful discernment and check in with ourselves, through our heart and through our body, and not just the cards. So it's like how they can work together. There's a fear of listening to the cards and then making a mistake or taking a wrong turn, or, being filled with, that stirs up a lot of self-doubt. Hello, welcome. And then say hi if you're here. And then, there's also this like ignoring our direct guidance, right? We get a direct guidance through maybe, let's say, our clairvoyance, right? And you get this clear inner vision and you know exactly what to do, but you ignore it and you go to the cards instead. So, of course, the goal is to get that vision. Hi, Michelle. And then you can use the cards to validate that, right? Or to support that vision, but we want to make sure we're not dismissing the direct guidance, because that's what it's all about. As an earth angel, we want to have all 5 of our clair channels open: our clairsentience, our clairfragrance, our clairvoyance, our clairaudience, our claircognizance, open to the divine, open to your soul, to your guardian angels, to God, to source. So thank you, angels. So I wanted to share this story. something that happened to me years ago connected with oracle cards. Hi, Bella. Good morning. And so years ago, I mean, I don't actually know how many years ago, but I just said it was like 10 years ago. It could have been 10, 11, 12. And I was at a friend's house, and I don't even know what we were celebrating, if it was just a dinner or if it felt like there was some celebration, and why I brought the oracle cards with, whether it was someone's birthday, or I think it was the change of seasons. We were I think we were leaving summer and stepping into fall. That's my intuition, but that's all I can remember. And I thought it'd just be fun to, pull a few cards. And it was something new to me. Not brand new. I think I had been doing it for a couple of years, so I felt confident within myself, but at that point I wasn't really sharing it with anybody else. Which I think a lot of you can relate to. It's like, oh, I do it for myself, but I would never get on a YouTube live and talk about it, or tell, even my, family members and all that. I have other stories about family, but I'll save that for another day. So anyway, I pulled out the decks, and I was like, yeah, I think it could be fun to pull a few cards. And it was one of my best friends from childhood, and her house and her family, and then one of her friends. And I didn't really know this friend very well, but I was like, whatever, this is something that's it's positive, it's empowering, it's cool. I mean, why would we not want to do it? Well, the second this woman saw the oracle decks, she went into massive contraction and fear, and like freaked out. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And she was really scared. At first, she didn't want to talk about why she was scared. And I was like, okay, you're obviously scared. I don't know. Like, I had no idea why she was so upset and why she was so triggered. But I could feel it in my body. And she eventually said that she had this fear that we were going to invoke the devil, and that this was, or all cards are connected with devil worship. And she had a previous negative experience with the religion Santeria. I wrote it down because I thought it was Santorini, but when I looked it up, I was like, that doesn't sound right. It was Santeria. And with that whole kind of I don't necessarily, I'm trying to remember if it was a religion, but anyway, she had some negative experiences with it. And she clearly carried that with her and somehow connected it all to cards. And literally, there was nothing I could do to shift her. There was nothing I could say. I just put the oracle cards away, of course. And tried to reassure her, these aren't tarot cards, and we're not predicting the future. This is just positive, empowering, loving messages. And it was just such an interesting experience. And of course, as I was new to it myself, I felt self-conscious. I felt judged. I mean, oh my gosh, I felt so judged, and I felt shame. And there was a lot that had come up from that experience. And, there was another part of it. My friend, when you're hosting, you want everyone to be happy and get along and all of that. So she sort of took the other person's side, which was kind of another level of wounding for me. But what are you going to do? I understood. I absolutely, I love this friend, and I have so much compassion for her, because it was probably like, she wasn't expecting that to happen. And I didn't ask her, could I bring oracle cards? I mean, I just thought, this is something I've been doing for 3 or 4 years. I really love it. It's something that makes me happy and feel good. So why would I not want to share it? And of course, after that, I realized that this was her karma. This was this other woman's karma. It wasn't mine. But I was definitely more cautious about and cautious is even maybe too intense of a word. I think I was more discerning. Hi, Lauren. I was more discerning about who I shared the cards with. And of course, clearly, I am still using oracle cards. I'm leading a class about it right now and tomorrow. So I definitely was able to, release the fears that I had around divination, which, ultimately I didn't have very much. My mom was actually a tarot card reader, and that was part of her medicine. And so I felt really comfortable with oracle cards my whole life, although I'm sure I had past life wounding around it. So why do I say this? Because it's just important to name it. And I wanted to share this story and bring some light to maybe some internal contraction or fears you might be having around either using them yourself or sharing them with others. Um, and no one can tell you, you know, what's right, right? You have to make that decision within yourself. How you are gonna use oracle cards. So let me see what else the angels are saying. Of course, I wasn't going to give up my personal practice for one person's negative reaction, but my daughter was there. I'm sure my daughter and my son, but my son was probably a lot younger. I definitely know that it affected my daughter because she could see the fear in this woman's eyes and her, contraction and her and she was just like, oh, whoa, and it sort of was like, okay, this is still this practice, which she probably considered to be normal because that's how she grew up, realize it's not normal everywhere. And that's okay because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to normalize this beautiful practice of connecting with your angels through oracle cards, receiving clear communication and messages to strengthen your intuition with this. So as an angel coach, I use this tool in my coaching programs, really to help you. Again, I said this before, to build the muscle of trust, with your angels. We use this tool of oracle cards in my coaching programs because oracle cards create a bridge. I actually had forgotten that one of the ways that I talk about the angels is that they're bridges of light. And I started to realize that the oracle cards are also a bridge to your angels' love and messages. Don't you love that? I love that vision. I love that imagery. In my coaching programs, we use oracle cards to strengthen your intuition, right? Because remember, using the oracle cards it's an indirect way of getting a message from your angels. However, they have the power to open up your direct channels. So that you can receive your next level of angelic pain relief. Now, the angels had me kind of download this. It's like not later when everything calms down or when you have more time to meditate or when all the pain is gone, but now, which is really awesome. So why do we use the oracle cards, right? And how do we use them? Oracle cards are grounding, right? We're literally holding the deck in our hands, right? It's tangible, it's in your hand, it's tactile. And that can be, and I know there's oracle cards decks that are on your app, and those are really cool too, especially when you're traveling. But there's something so powerful about holding the cards in your hand, right? And part of that is that it brings you into the present moment. And why does that matter, right? Well, the power of now, right? This is where your angels are, right here, right now, sending you so much love and encouragement. Again, as I've said before, it is an indirect guidance, but we need that, right? We need the validation, the signs, the synchronicities, the symbols that support and open up the direct guidance, right? So this is a powerful tool of opening up your direct guidance, even though it's indirect guidance. So they work hand in hand, right? The oracle cards are validating, right? They are validating what you already know in your heart, right? What you already saw in your mind's eye, what you already heard in your inner voice, what you already know in your mind. Okay. And we need that validation as humans. It's like, send me all the signs, right? They're supportive in so many ways. not only in the image and the message on the card, but if you're working with like the keepers of the light or the archangels or the dragons or the unicorns, you have the support of those divine beings. And that's powerful, right? It takes a level of consciousness, a level of awareness, to know how divinely supported we are and to have the courage, right? It's so courageous to ask for that help, right? That's back to that vulnerability and being seen. Yet tomorrow in my class, I am going to be offering some personal interpretations based. I'm going to teach you how to give yourself a reading, and then I'm going to help you to interpret it. I'm going to show you how to interpret it yourself. And then I'm going to give you some of my interpretations that I'm hearing from the angels. And one of the things that I really heard so clearly when I was tuning into that is like, you need to be willing to be vulnerable, right? You need to be willing to be seen. And part of why it's so nice to have a coach is that you're working one-on-one with that person. Of course, when we're in a class, there's going to be more people. So there is a level of courage of saying, oh yeah, I want my reading, but I don't want to talk about this one part, right? And we really need to be able to be an open book so that you can get all of the downloads and support and angelic pain relief that you need. Hello, welcome. And so a couple other things, oracle cards, this I'm not going to talk a lot about the difference between oracle cards and tarot cards, but oracle cards tend to be more prescriptive and tarot cards tend to be more predictive. And there's both have value. And both read the energy, right? Because we're reading. I know one of the things my mom taught me was that, it's not as much about predicting the future as it is what are the energies that are going to be present as I move forward on this path or that path, right? And that was something that really stuck with me from her wisdom of the tarot cards. And remember, the cards, I heard this from another reader. I think it was Astaria Sage. The cards aren't the magic. You are, right? The cards aren't magical. You are. You're bringing the magic. You're bringing the medicine. You're bringing your soul into the cards and through the cards. And then I thought about this when I was really praying about like how I work with the cards in my coaching programs. And it's really to help you have another point of contact with your angels, and honestly a tangible point, right? It's like, oh my gosh, I know my angels are here and they're all around me, but I'm so triggered right now, right? I'm in pain, I'm worried, I'm stressed, which, oh my gosh, have all that right now, dealing with just a lot of different issues with my brother and other things. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's so nice. And this like reminds me the angels are here, right? It reminds me to stay focused on my soul and my mission and my heart and the angelic realm, right? So it's another point of contact with your angels. And why not? And in the class tomorrow, we're going to be talking about how to read the cards, right? Looking at the image, the colors, the keywords, the messages that you're getting through your clairs, right? It's like literally you're going to look at the image, you're going to look at the message, you're going to look at the synchronicity of the cards, and that's going to give you direct guidance from your angels for your next steps, right? Your next angelic pain relief steps. And of course, there's the guidebook, right? And the guidebook is a whole nother level of support. We're actually going to let the guidebook be sort of later and really just tune in, because your soul and your angels are speaking to you through all of your channels, but especially through imagery and through your inner vision. So working with the cards can open up your clairvoyance. And then there's synchronicity, right? The synchronicity within the card itself, but then also with the other cards in that same reading or the other cards throughout the week or the month. And then, of course, the synchronicities that happen. We talked about that a few weeks ago. I did a class, a YouTube live about synchronicities. The synchronicities that are happening in our journey, right? Those meaningful coincidences. It's like you get the card, you remember it, you move through your day, and then four things happen that link back to that card, right? Oh my gosh, my reading yesterday was so spot on and amazing, and was super helpful in helping me get through some like stressful things that were going on. So I was grateful for that. So yeah, let's do a short meditation. Thank you so much for sharing, Bella. Yes. We're crossing over a golden bridge. Absolutely. Right. We're actually moving. What are they talking about? Into the golden age, right? And the age of miracles. And so we are, as earth angels, ushering in, right, the golden age, ushering in the age of miracles, and staying connected to the divine no matter what our ego drama is happening. And so this meditation, this short meditation, is going to actually, it's going to be very divinely led, because the angels didn't show me really much of anything before we started. So going with the flow. But what they wanted to clear was that fear of being seen, right? The fear of being seen, not only by your angels, but others. So that you can work with this tool in a whole new way. So let's close your eyes if that's available to you, and just begin with your breath. And inhale through your nose, and exhale through your mouth. The water breath, cooling the mind. Inhale through your nose, and exhale through your mouth. Let your body relax as you exhale. And one more time, the water breath, cooling the mind. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth, letting out steam. And feeling the connection between your body and soul, feeling how much they cherish each other, and anchoring into the earth, allowing your breath to bring you so fully into the present moment. Feeling the connection from the crown of your head, the 1,000-petaled lotus, to your heart, the sanctuary of your heart, to your roots, and your roots to the earth. And feeling that support of Mother Earth below. The medicine of the earth. The power of your roots, your energy body, your energetic roots, to both release and receive. And so welcoming the medicine of relaxation. Relaxation is the gateway to angelic pain relief. And connecting with your heart. I am devoted to receiving love and compassion from my angels. And allowing your heart to open to your angels' love and devotion for you. Let yourself receive how devoted your angels are to you, how much they love you, adore you, cherish you. Really just breathe and receive that. And feel how, when you really let yourself receive that, how your body relaxes. Feel the muscles softening from the bones. Breathe and invite emotional relaxation. That there is room for all of your parts, all of the parts that are afraid of being judged, of being shamed, of being seen, for your uniqueness, for your gifts and your talents, for your challenges and difficulties. Hmm. And anytime you need to cool down your mind, you can do the water breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And welcoming this breath to calm your mind, to open your mind, to divine mind, to angel thoughts, to miracle mindedness. And as you breathe, we invite a spiritual relaxation. So, welcoming your angels here, your whole team of angels, your angels and guardian angels, your allies, beloved ancestors, the amazing archangels. We always welcome Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Ariel, feeling Archangel Raziel here, Archangel Uriel. And you are the keeper of your mind and body. And we welcome only those angels and guides that love you unconditionally. So feel, see, know your beautiful angels around you, this circle of love and empowerment and miracles. They are here. And they invite you to release to them the fears of being seen, of being heard, of being vulnerable. On the path of the earth angel, vulnerability, tenderness, and deep trust are all part of this journey. And trusting that you are safe and spiritually protected, trusting that you are exactly where you're meant to be. So releasing the fears of opening up more, of sharing your gifts, your medicine, your light. And maybe that is through the oracle cards. So as you surrender, 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 you're creating space for grace. And we welcome into your heart this part, whether it's a part that's in pain, a part that is afraid. I know what came up for me was rejection this morning, this fear of rejection and feeling rejected. So I'm bringing that part into my heart, the sanctuary of my heart. And as we welcome the medicine of release and lead with your heart, of receive and trust your intuition, knowing that they are happening at the same time. The courage to surrender that fear, but really being with it, I feel your guardian angels, your soul, the archangels, just saying it's okay to feel it, right? As part of the integration process, right? The safety nets of releasing. The cushions of comfort says you only have to feel the tiniest little bit, but and it's okay to feel it. It's okay to feel that fear and release it. Feel that rejection and release it. Good. Feel that pain and release it. And we welcome the infinite patience of spirit, of your soul, of great spirit that doesn't judge or shame or burden you, that just loves you unconditionally. So I'm just feeling this beautiful, it's like a beam. I was like, is it a wave or a beam? It's this beautiful beam of unconditional love, and it's coming in all directions. So right in front of you, you have one guardian angel right in front of you, and one guardian angel right behind you, right, beaming that unconditional love into your heart to this part, right, that's afraid of being seen or vulnerable or heard. And rightfully so, I'm sure. And feel this love, this compassion, this unconditional love that we're not trying to change this part or fix this part or get rid of this part. We are just loving this part. And in that love, if this part can receive it, which is a prayer, right, that this part can receive this, in the receiving of that love, that understanding, that compassion, that grace, that part can release. So let that happen. It doesn't have to make sense. It won't make sense. Keep sinking your thinking mind into your feeling heart. Keep opening your heart wider to the love within you and around you, the love being beamed into your heart in all directions. It feels so good. I literally, it's interesting. I almost see almost like a wheel, like you're at the center, you're the center spoke, you're the center circle, and there's all these spokes and beams of light coming in all the direction, and then there's a circle of your team of angels. That's what I see right now, and it's so beautiful and loving and supportive. And so if there's any fears around working with the oracle cards, to receive divine messages, to validate your intuition, to build the muscle of trust, the bridge to your divinity. Let it go now. Let those fears go. And I have a sense that there's a lot of past life fears that are coming up. I feel it in the back right shoulder right now, sort of back of the heart, just kind of like there was like this denseness or heaviness being cleared from the back of the heart. And it's all good. Working with the water breath to keep cooling the mind, soothing the hearts, firing the belly. And I just saw like a baby squirrel run along the top of a power line, and it made me like just have this awareness that it's so, think about the courage that that takes, right? It takes so much courage to walk along that power line and the fearlessness that they have. So it's like stepping into that next level of fearlessness of your gifts, of your medicine. And maybe it is through the oracle cards and honoring that. I'm just receiving. What I feel now is this energy. It's like courage and discernment. This courage to work with the oracle cards to the next level of your vulnerability, the next level of your healing, of your awakening. Mm. And a final clearing of that fear of shining your light, of showing who you truly are, of your uniqueness, of your gifts, of your medicine. Mm. And so I see us in a circle of love and empowerment as we bow to each other. We dedicate all the healing you received today to all our relations in all directions of time, and feeling your beautiful angels bowing to you with so much love and devotion and compassion, with so much unconditional love, as we seal this meditation in our journey with a namaste. Namaste, everyone. Okay, that was so awesome. If you're ready to, um, well, I just need to integrate for a minute. Whew. Whew, that was amazing. So beautiful to connect with each of you. If you want to share something in the chat, something that you saw, something that you heard, something that you released, that would be wonderful, because I think it's so helpful for us to, it's so validating when we share. Oftentimes it's something someone else needs to hear as well. And I know it takes courage to do that. And if you are ready to work with me one-on-one, to hire me as your angel coach, um, Oracle cards are going to be part of that journey, working with them, learning how to use them, learning how to access energy and messages and healing from your angels through the cards. That is part of the medicine of my coaching programs, as well as beautiful healing and energy work and support in integrating and activating the four practices in my book. You can go to my website and sign up for a free breakthrough conversation. And of course, this conversation, it's a free conversation, is for those individuals who, and earth angels, who are actively seeking an angel coach at this time. And thank you, Bella. Letting go of fear, of fully stepping into my power. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. I love that. Thank you for naming that. Absolutely. And my website is jillkempnerhealing.com. Under free conversation, there's a questionnaire that you fill out. Once I receive that questionnaire, I will send you my schedule to schedule that 45 to 60-minute Zoom call. And I am teaching an Oracle card class tomorrow at Be Optimal on June 7th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. I am so excited about diving into these beautiful Oracle cards and just sharing, teaching you how to receive those beautiful messages from your angels through the cards, and really diving into you trusting your intuitive channels, you strengthening and building that muscle of trust with your angels. That's $57. It's on both on my website and on the Be Optimal website as well. And I think there's 2 openings in that class, so I'd love for you to join us. And yes, I will be back next week. On the 13th for another YouTube live, and then I'm out of town the next week, and I'm praying about how, I have an idea, but I don't want to say it yet because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it before that happens. So let's pull a card. How is it that you are? I really feel like ready to be seen. That's what I hear. I'm just like, how is it that you're ready to be seen to the next level? Here's the card. Increase your knowledge. Number 15, education brings opportunities. Take a course, pick up a book, or find a mentor to teach what your soul longs to know. So maybe you were thinking about signing up for a class, maybe not necessarily my class, or maybe my class, and this is that extra validation, or a course that or maybe you're already signed up for the course and this is like, yes, I can't wait for it to start or begin. Or maybe you are ready to hire someone to coach with and to get that extra mentoring, that one-on-one support, which is so powerful. I feel like for this, it's the being seen might be about you putting yourself out there more, right? Maybe you already work with oracle cards and you've been wanting to share them with people, and now the angels are saying, yes, it's time. So increasing your, knowledge of that gift or that skill, right? And then being able to share that with others. So I feel like there's an opportunity to take some classes, and, again, it says pick up the book, find a mentor, and really to trust yourself. And also it's 15, which 1 + 5 is a 6, and today is 6/6. So there's another level of synchronicity with the number 6. And oh, awesome, Bella. Guess I'm taking that class. Beautiful. Doing Reiki Master. Yay. I'm so glad you're doing Reiki Master. It's such a powerful, amazing initiation. Being able to initiate others, being able to attune others is such a gift. It's such a powerful journey. So I'm so glad you're stepping into that. All right, my beautiful ones, I will call on the angels of knowledge, the angels of opportunities, the angels of education, actually, to support you in whatever path you are taking right now. And I will see you next week and maybe sooner. All right. Love you all. Bye. Thank you. Namaste.